Hey guys, so I am finally getting my seeds started in my AeroGarden Bounty. So let me go ahead and show you how I did the settings because I am going to do a custom garden setup since these are seedlings and the lights do need to be on about 16 hours per my basic Google search. So let's go ahead and start a new garden. I'm going to hit OK because it is the Bounty Basic, so it's not touchscreen. I have to hit these buttons. So used to touchscreen with the phones these days that I'm tempted. All right, let's hit OK. I need to update my time. So the time is 3. Hit OK. That's 58, so I have a little ways to go here. I'm gonna hit OK. It's PM. Hit OK. Hit the OK button again. All right, select the garden type you are planting. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do a custom. I guess the lights just turned off, so let me go through here though. Tomatoes, peppers, flowers, custom. I'm gonna do custom. All right, a custom or grow anything kit allows AeroGardens to plant and grow their favorite seeds in AeroGarden. All right, select my light cycles. Okay, so I'm gonna have these turn on at 7, hit OK, PM, hit OK, and then I'm gonna have them go off at 11 a.m. So that's set, so I just need to hit OK. And that will give me 16 hours per day, which is what I want for these seedlings. All right, so the only thing I did do is I did fill this up a bit with some filtered water from my refrigerator. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK. All right, it says step 2, plant my grow pods. Okay, I'm getting ready to do that. And then I need to add my plant food, and I haven't done that. We'll kind of do that at the end. Congratulations, yay, hit OK. We'll run 1 hour every 11 hours when in germination mode. After 2 weeks, it shifts automatically to best pump cycle for your planted garden. Press OK to finish. All right, that works. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn the light on. And it basically will just say, hey, your light's gonna, it was temporarily turned on, it's gonna automatically turn off at the next cycle where it's set to turn off at. But I want to just turn it on so you guys can see. So here's the seed starter kit. It's got 50 pods. This is the little port where you can pour your water in. You have your fill to here line. And I haven't poured any additional water over these, but you can kind of see here how they're already all getting very well saturated, so that's perfect. Because I was gonna pour a little water on top to help get them saturated initially, but it looks like they don't need that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start planting seeds. But because I have these so close together and I don't have little covers on them to label them, I am gonna use a method where I have written down everything that I'm gonna plant here, and then I have a little painter's tape with a number by it. So I'm gonna put that little piece of tape here, right next to the pod, so I'll know that, and in this instance, this is the red acre cabbage. So I'll know that those 3 pods that I'm gonna plant are red acre cabbage because I'll have the number 1 labeled next to it, and so on. So basically you can see here what I'm gonna plant. I'm gonna plant various different cabbages: red acre, Copenhagen Market, Napa, Mammoth Red Rock. I'm gonna plant some bok choy, romaine, lettuce, petite French marigold, straw flowers, purple zinnias, California giant zinnias, teddy bear dwarf sunflowers, and lemon queen sunflowers. And these are all gonna be transplanted out in my front and backyard garden. I got a lot of these seeds off of Etsy because I wanted to get specific kind of seedlings, and it's a good way to get a la carte seeds. And I have my various little seed packets here from where I got them from. And we will see how they do in the seed starting kit. It says that in the little quick start guide that these should be in here about 4 weeks and then they'll be ready to transplant. So I'm hoping that's the case. So I'm gonna go through the process of putting all the seeds in, labeling them, and then I'll show you the next step because I am gonna put something over them to kind of help with germination, and we'll go from there. So at this point, I just did a time lapse for you guys so you wouldn't have to sit through the whole process. it was just a lot of numbering and labeling, and my fingers were a little sore from all the tackiness of the little painter's tape. And I honestly have never planted so many seeds at once in my life because I'm a beginner gardener, but this was a really easy process still. All right, woo! Oh, that was a lot of seed planting there. I don't think I've ever planted so many seeds at once. But I got it and it was done, and I do like my little numbering method that I did. I did have to adjust my count on one because I was one off, but I did get everything planted. Now most of them I put 3 seeds, and some of the ones like the sunflowers where I had less seeds because the Lemon Queen sunflower, I only got 25 seeds from my purchase, so I kind of wanted to skimp on those a little bit and hope that they germinate. The marigolds too, they kind of fit in there funny, not very well because they're so straight, so I'm curious how those will germinate compared to some of these other things like the romaine lettuce here, a number 6 that's going in, and then number 7 you can see the little marigolds. I tried to get them in there. I also tried putting them in both ends down, so like the fuzzy end down or up, because I wasn't quite sure which one, so I kind of varied it which way I did it in each pod. I'm probably going to go ahead and definitely water those ones in a little bit on top, and probably just all of them, just a little dab of water with my water canteen just to kind of make sure the seeds get soaked in and down a little bit. I did reference this little seed starting system guide. So it says for the 9 pod models that I need to put 1 capful at startup. So I will put in 1 capful of nutrients and see how it goes. Now for the cover on here, I'm going to actually use this little Jiffy seed germinating cover that I have from another little kit, and I'm going to put it just like that in the beginning with a little saran wrap gently over it, and I'm going to poke some holes in the saran wrap, and I'm going to see how that does with just helping at least with the first few days on germination. I have seen where some people put like little garage sale stickers on top of here to help cover and prevent the algae and mildew that can build up from the light, because typically with your AeroGarden pods, let's see, I have some here. Let me grab one. Okay, typically in your AeroGarden pods, you have this plastic cover, and that's actually to help not build up algae or mildew. It's not just a name label, you always want to keep those on. But with the seed starting kits, they don't have it. I'm not sure why. Obviously, I guess it's labels, but they could come with like little stickers that pre-made. Maybe it won't matter because it's only in there for 4 weeks, and by the time you pop it out, the plant's still gonna be fine. I've definitely had plants with some algae on the tops here, and they were fine. As long as it didn't get down into the water and the root system, they were fine. So we'll see if that will have an impact. I thought about trying to come up with some convoluted way to do it, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna make extra work for myself. I'm just gonna see how it works with the way the system was set up. The only extra thing I'm gonna do is put this on here with a little saran wrap and see if that'll help with germination with the first couple days, because obviously how it's positioned, I don't wanna block any of the little guys coming up initially. So I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll show you that setup. Now I did forget to water these, and like I said, so I just lifted the thing and I have this little guy, and I'm just gonna put a little splash in each of these to kind of get my seedlings a tad wet, or seeds, because they're not quite seedlings yet, are they? And I'm just gonna do that to all of these to get them up. This is a little watering can that I got off of Amazon a while ago because I was using a measuring cup to water, refill my AeroGardens, like a 1 cup, those Pyrex, 1 cup measuring cups. And this thing holds 4 cups and it has this little spout, which I could just pop in the port, the little open areas of the AeroGarden. So I got this for like, I think 25 bucks off of Amazon, and you know what's worth it? I mean, if you have a ton of AeroGardens, this isn't gonna be enough, and sometimes I do have to take a few trips to the my refrigerator to get my filtered water from there, but but it's a lot better than my 1 cup measuring cup or 2 cup, and I have a lot more precision with this little spout. So I do quite like it a lot better, and it looks cute. I can stick this next to my AeroGarden, and it's cute and functional. All right, so I went ahead and just put water on all there. I see some droplets here, so I'm just gonna get a paper towel. And I'm just gonna remove some of that water that's on top of the lid. And hopefully this will help. You see how these little marigolds are sticking up? Go in there, go home. All right, put that on there, perfect. Now I will put a few more here. All right. Now the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my nutrients in, like it said. 1 capful to start. So let me take this little rubber piece off. I don't want to come up. I should have paid attention to how to put this in. There we go. All right, there we go. 1 cupful nutrients, we're all set. Now I can put my little dome back on, and we'll see how these little guys germinate. There's a little tab here, so I'm gonna make sure I put that there because I think that's easier to pop it open. And here we go. All right, so I decided actually not to put holes in it because you can see there is quite a bit of gap here and obviously here. So I think it's gonna get enough ventilation in there. And then on the side, I put a little painter's tape there to kind of just hold the sides. And that's that same 1/4 inch painter's tape I used here. And this is just stuff that I had in my craft room that I use for my crafts and my Etsy shop. But let me get that guy adjusted a little bit there. So we will see. And basically once these really start germinating, I'll take this off, and then I'm obviously going to also lower the light all the way down to the bottom. I kind of lifted it up a little bit for the course of this video, but we will see how this does. I will give an update as soon as these start germinating, and we will see what went successful and what didn't. Hopefully it will. I will be doing 2 rounds of these. It is February 10th right now, and my last frost date is March 1st. So I'm slightly late with getting these going, but I do have other seeds that I did the traditional method. But I have such a long growing season here in Florida that I can definitely still do 2 rounds of these seed starts and be fine. So I'm excited about it. I think this will be a lot easier than using the seed starting kits that traditionally come, like these little Jiffy ones. I like them, but I can only do so many. Here I could do 50. And they're very compact, convenient. The light's already here. I don't have to buy additional grow lights, because for seed starting, I have put my seed starts next to my AeroGarden, but it is not enough for seedlings. They get leggy. You can kind of do that for the cracky method with like something in a jar next to it, it's higher up. But if you're gonna put like a little seed kit next to it, unless you're just going to cover up the holes in your AeroGarden and stick the seed starting kit right here and lower it down and not grow anything in your garden, it's not going to be close enough. If you just set it on the table here next to it and hope the ambient light from the AeroGarden will be enough, it's not. So that's one of the main reasons I got this seed starting system, is to be able to start seeds successfully that won't be leggy like they have been before with using ambient light. I just recently did get a grow light as well off of Amazon, but again, it's really not sufficient. I got a $25 one, and I really need like a $100 one to be able to do it. And I much rather get a Bounty and the seed starting kit, which I think was 25 bucks, than have to get a $100 grow light. So I will post update videos on this. So if you're interested to see how this goes, please subscribe. If you liked this video, you thought it was helpful, if you have successfully done the seed starting kit before, please give it a thumbs up and comment below with what you liked, what's worked for you, or if this gave you any ideas. I would love to hear them, and consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
Good morning, guys. So it's not even one full light cycle, and I just wanted to show you something that was kind of cool. One thing is that I can see the humidity on the clear wrap, so I think this is working well. It's trapping a little humidity. I'll kind of keep an eye on it, see if I think it's too much. The other thing is I actually see a seed already starting to germinate. So I'm gonna lift this part up really quick just to show you better. It's right on this side. But if you look in this little spot right here, see that number 9? That is a purple zinnia. That is already starting to get a little sprout out of it, not even within the full 16 hours of the cycle. It's only 6 a.m. right now, from the first time these lights have clicked on. So that's pretty amazing. So I will just keep an eye on it and keep you guys updated how these go.